For the first 7 days of the 21-day rewire, I completely derailed the programming. So every day I did things at odd and different, unexpected times. Things like wake up at a weird hour, eat at different times, have a plan, and last minute cancel on myself. Everything I could do to show myself who was in charge. I am aware of how that sounds. I just don't give a fuck, but I keep it real. We're all mad here. Plus, I'll be fighting myself more than anyone else anyway. But turns out, no matter what, I am always in charge, just as you are. But on the road of life, you're either a passenger or you're a driver. You're either in ego operational mode or conscious operational mode. But within 7 days of doing these random things and a lot of sudden things and in the moment, especially doing the things you don't want to do right then, I found that by the end of 7 days, I felt semi-routineless. And it was like, whenever something that was a normal routine would pop up, it was like I had a little question. Like my brain wasn't sure if it was just a routine or choice. It was like, hey, do you want to do this? So by the end of the 7 days, it was much easier for me to adhere to a routine that I wanted in my life. And it made the transition much easier. But a lot of these things that we hear like this do have merit. But humans overcomplicate the shit out of them, and we never seek understanding as to the inner workings of how things work. Like mudras, for example. Why do they work? How do they work? Because there's always a spiritual explanation, but if you can understand that every spiritual explanation has a physical counterpart that is interacting with the process every bit as much as the spiritual side, well, then you can really take your practices to the next level. And I have a video coming on the hands soon called The Hands Hold the Keys to Divinity. I'll be releasing that in September, and I will break all this down because the hands are my favorite. But my point is this. What I'm trying to relay is that we are playing a mental game that has physical effects. Everything starts in the mind. It is the cause. The effect is the physical reality and the sensations. Now, with that being said, let's talk about hacking the brain. Neuroplasticity is a very simple process and understand it. Let's go back again, as within, so without. Within the brain, neural pathways are created, and these can be thought of as pathways in the brain that carry the chemicals and signals from the internal bartender as we wind up in various places within the brain.